Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is going to be the last time I address you all on the House floor, and I just want to first I want to thank you all for your service to North Carolina, your support of me my entire time here. This is the end of my third term, and I grew up in rural North Carolina, and everything that I am is because I grew up in North Carolina. And because of that, honestly, everything that I am is because of the people who've sat in this room and who've made those decisions to give a kid like me a chance. And that's what's so incredible about North Carolina. And it's been the honor of my life to serve with you all these past 6 years. I'm not married or have kids, so I can still say it's the honor of my life. And I'm certainly going to miss serving with you all. I'm going to miss the fight. I'm not sure what comes next, but I'll still be around because I do believe at the end of the day that government can be a force for good when it invests in our people. And I want to say thank you to the people of Charlotte for giving me the opportunity to serve y'all. Growing up, I grew up about an hour and a half northwest of Charlotte, and Charlotte was this city on a hill. It was the metropolis. The first time I went there in kindergarten, it was the first time I saw a skyscraper, and I was hooked. And I spent literally my entire adult life trying to get to Charlotte. And I got there in 2016. And after the 2016 election, I've always been interested in politics. I said, okay, well, if there's ever a time to do something, now it's now. And I remember I went home and told my parents, I was like, I'm thinking about running for office, running for the state house. And my mom said, no one knows who the hell you are. And I said, true, hear me out. And she was right. And I was lucky, in 2018, I was able to run because the Democratic Party literally could not find another human being willing to run for that seat. And so I jumped at the opportunity, and it's been incredible ever since. And so getting to know all of you has been incredible. Like, this has been the best job of my life. It's also been the most frustrating job of my life. And hell, that's just dealing with Democrats. But that's what democracy is. Democracy's messy. I like to, use the example of if anyone's ever tied a bow tie, you get to a point where you feel like you're doing it right, but it's just all messed up, and you're like, this can't be right. But you just keep pulling, and sure enough, it works. And that's really what democracy is too. It's frustrating, it's irritating, it's anger-inducing, but doggone it, it works. And it works because of the give and take we have, because we all do have the best values at heart. We disagree on how to get there, but we got to argue that out sometimes. And that's been really the best part of this job, particularly because of the special place North Carolina has, not only in my life, but honestly in the future of this country. Because there truly is no state like North Carolina. We're the perfect microcosm. We talked about the urban-rural divide in the swing states. In terms of swing states, North Carolina, we got the most rural people other than Texas. We look at Michigan, 43% of Michigan's population is Detroit. 70% of Georgia's population is Atlanta. 70% of Virginia's population is Norfolk, Northern Virginia, and Richmond. But North Carolina, you add up our top 8 counties: Buncombe, Mecklenburg, Union, Forsyth, Guilford, Wake, Durham, Chatham, Cumberland, Johnston. It's only 42% of our state. And so we have to do things in such a different way than every other state in this country because we had those urban-rural divides. We don't have super metropolitan areas that make us a blue state. We don't have massive rural areas that make us a red state. We are a true purple state. And so we have to be able to come together. And if we're able to do that, and I know I've said this so many times, if we're able to do that and show people how that works in North Carolina, that's the template. That's the template for making our democracy in America work. Because that's what it takes. No state has to deal with the difficulties that we do, and so we have such an opportunity because we have everything going for us. We just have to remember we got to invest in our people. We got to invest in our state, and if we're able to do that, over the next couple years, the next decade, the work we do here is going to have an impact on countless millions who are about to move to North Carolina, who are about to be born in North Carolina, who already live in North Carolina. And so I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to serve with y'all. It's been the honor of my lifetime, and I know the best years of North Carolina are yet to come. And I may not be serving with you, but I'll be around. So thank you, and I'll miss you.